So I just got off the phone with a contractor, actually a roofing contractor that does over $7 million in annual revenue per year. And I was talking to him about his website, and he just said that he spent $10,000, almost $10,000, $9,000 something dollars for his website to be built, only at the end of that to realize that if you wanted the mobile-friendly version to be built, he'd have to pay an additional $6,000. And so right now, when you go to his website, you have to pinch in on a mobile device to see things. And I was like, you do know that I have a web design company and could help you do that for a fraction of that price. And he's like, no, I never knew that. I'm like, seriously? How long have you been watching my content? He's like, almost a year. I said, are you serious? So I'm going to do something today that I typically don't do because of that conversation. And that is, I typically don't sell or kind of pitch the different products and services that I offer to help business owners. But after I heard that, I was like, I have to share it and I have to talk about it. And I don't make a lot of these. Usually my videos are, I jump right in my content, I end things up and say goodbye. And I've become more and more like that. And I don't like pitching my products. But at the end of the day, I only produce products and services that I really do believe will help you in your business. So I have to be more confident in the fact that when I share these, it's coming from a good place. And I truly believe it'll help your business and it offers great value. So I'm going to start off with the first few things that are actually not just specific to lawn care and landscaping. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about the things that are just for lawn care and landscapers. And all of these are different services, different products to help you grow your business. So the first one that everyone should be going to is MikeAndes.com. It's a brand new website that we just got up in the past few months, has everything about me on there, and a blog, by the way, which you should also check out. So if you like reading, there's a whole bunch of articles that we've created on MikeAndes.com. So check that out there. It actually has everything I'm about to mention in this video is on that website. So you can see them all there. So let's first off go over 4 things that I offer to people that are not just in lawn care and landscaping, but in really any home service, any sort of contractor, roofing, fencing, decks, janitorial, any sort of home service, especially these type of services will help you a lot. The first is homeservicewebdesign.com. We have quite a few different contractors from varying different types of construction and home services. So check that website out. Again, it's $399 per month. There's no contract and there is no cancellation fees. If you want to cancel, we have you fill out a form and that's it. I don't get on the phone with you and try to beg you to stay, nothing like that. And we have had people leave. We've had people, go out of business, or they, for whatever reason, wanted to switch companies, or they got bought out, or whatever. There's no we don't try to upsell you or anything like that. Look, it's $399 per month. There's no upfront fee, and you get started with your website. And if you don't like it, you can leave. We're very, very confident in our SEO and our abilities from a web design and SEO perspective. And so that's why we don't have any sort of contract that locks you into 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So I told my friend, look, you could have paid $399 and within a month or two, we'd have it up and live for you. And if you ever didn't like it, you could just leave. There was no locked in contract. You would own the domain. This is the big problem we were talking about. I was talking with him on the phone is he doesn't own the domain to this website. So it's not like he can just leave. So anyways, that's home service web design. That is for all contractors, plumbers, electricians, anything around the house. That's the place you're going to want to check out. Next thing I don't talk a whole lot about because I do have scheduling constraints, and that is the consulting call. You get 50 minutes of my time. The price on this consistently is going up. It's doubled almost in the past 12 months, and it will continue to go up based upon just my availability. But if you really want to talk to me directly, you can do so. It's 50 minutes on a Zoom call, and you can book that. Again, if you go in the link in the description, all the links I'm talking about today are in the description. Just click on the consulting call. It'll take you right there. And basically get 50 minutes with a Zoom call with me. I would recommend not buying this unless you've watched all my content. You know where I stand on everything. And it's more a matter of an acquisition, or there's a massive fire in the business you need help with. I don't recommend you get this just to well, I guess if you wanted to just say hello, I guess that's fine, but I wouldn't recommend it as the best use of your money. I would only use this as a way of getting my know-how for 50 minutes on something really, really big that's going on in the business. So you can definitely check that out. MBA for Entrepreneurs, that's the third thing that is, irregardless of what business you are in, the MBA for Entrepreneurs course is in the link in the description, and it is a course that I am continuing to build. We're now in Module 9, and I know I have 14 modules scheduled, but I'll continually add to this program. This is going to be my work of art. MBA for Entrepreneurs is going to be the work of art that I think I'll be known for in 5 or 10 years because I'll keep adding to it over time because it's agnostic of which industry you're in. So it's not just about lawn care and landscaping. We talk about everything to do with creating a business plan, to accounting, to marketing, to hiring, a whole bunch of different processes and systems that are just business basics, and go very deep on those topics. So those topics, the reason I make this course is because if I made those videos for YouTube, I would get hardly any views. They do not do well on YouTube. They're not flashy. They're not exciting. I try to make it somewhat exciting by teaching it, but it's pretty dry business concepts. But it's basically everything I learned in my MBA, my Master's in Business Administration. I try to boil those 2 years down into what's actually useful for a small business owner and I wish I knew, like what was useful out of my MBA, because most of it wasn't. And so I literally use all my textbooks. I go through all of my books that I have for my MBA course, and I go through all those, and that's exactly how I created the curriculum for the MBA for Entrepreneurs course. So definitely check that out. And again, how I work all of my programs and all of my courses is I slowly move the price up over time as I add more content to them. So the MBA for Entrepreneurs is the same way. It goes up about $100 per year, depending on how much content I'm adding. So I will constantly be adding to that course, and current members don't get charged again. It's just new members would be charged a higher price. So MBA for Entrepreneurs, again, the boiled down version of my 2-year of business school in that online course. The last one that is agnostic of industry, really focused on home services and labor, is P4P. So there's the book on Amazon. P4Psoftware.com, though, is also the brand new website we launched that actually has the ability to track P4P, send out reports to your employees. And we're working right now on getting the iOS app out. We have it on Android currently, but it is going to be going out on iOS here within the next couple of weeks. We hit one snag, and we have to submit it again, but it's going up here pretty soon so that your employees can clock in and out on the app. And then they also get a daily report emailed to them of how much money they made the day prior. Again, P4P is pay for performance. It basically means that the employee gets a percentage of labor revenue instead of an hourly wage. And I truly believe that the software will save you at least 30 minutes to an hour of tracking time and timesheets and figuring out all these numbers in Excel and all the rest of it. So we created the tool for Augusta Lawn Care. We've been using it for about 6 to 8 months. It's worked really well. And the reason I made it public is so that we can keep investing into the product. We're spending last month it was over $40,000 just in development of the software. So in order for us to keep developing the software, integrating with QuickBooks and Gusto, etc., we have to make this public. And that's what I've done. P4Psoftware.com. You can get started on the software side. And if you just want to learn P4P, you can go to P4Psoftware.com/training and watch all the videos completely free. And then if you're interested, just book a call with a CPA on my team that works here at P4Psoftware.com, and he'll walk you through the whole process. He actually worked with me at Augusta prior to P4P, and the whole implementation process, as I was learning it all and we were implementing it at Augusta, he was there for that. So his name is Brad. He's a CPA, and he can actually talk to you, see if it's a good fit, answer any questions you might have about the legalities or how the software works or anything like that. He's available for a Zoom call, and you can schedule that right from the website. All right, so now let's jump into the things that are specific to lawn care and landscaping businesses. LandscapeBusinessCourse.com is the course that I started years ago. And if you know my story, I started LandscapeBusinessCourse.com literally the month after I got in an accident and I almost got sucked in by a PTO of a dump truck. Well, I did get sucked in, but I survived, thank the Lord. After that, I realized just how important systems were for a business. And so right after that, I got out of the hospital, and literally I hired a camera crew to come in for several days, and we shot the beginning part of LandscapeBusinessCourse.com. Now, some people have asked me, well, are you going to go back and re-record that? And actually, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that on there, even though some of that information, I like 5% of it maybe, is somewhat dated. But the reason I'm going to leave it there is because I want people to see the evolution as I keep adding to that course of the business. So on the first, what's called the basics modules, inside LandscapeBusinessCourse.com, it walks through like the first $8,000 that I spent in my budget, and walks through like every single step of the business until we were over $100,000 in monthly revenue. And so I'm going to leave that on there. And then what I'm doing now is adding more information at the end. I usually every year will add more information to the course and then raise the price. So currently it's at $519, and that includes, I want to say it's about 40 hours now. It could be 35 to 40 hours worth of lectures, content. Also, the virtual conference that we had a little over a year ago at Landscape Summit. So lots of really good information in there. It also includes information about P4P and just a whole bunch of really good stuff that I've continually added to it over time, including 50 creative ways to hire people. So some really good information is on LandscapeBusinessCourse.com. The next tool for landscapers and lawn care professionals is lawncarewebdesign.com. This is the exact same in terms of pricing and how we structured everything. It's the same team of us that are working on the website design side of things. So lawncarewebdesign.com, landscapers and lawn care professionals, you can see on there we have tons. Right now we manage well over 80 something companies, lawn care companies. And then obviously we have 80 plus locations at Augusta, but that's separate. So lawncarewebdesign.com though, we manage all of these different companies, and it allows us to see what SEO is doing from a very high level across the entire North America. And I truly believe that, like, I have yet to see any web design company that can beat us on SEO, because we are so good at the home services side now and seeing what works, what doesn't. And the team here, like, I don't brag about it a lot, but like I just have seen it consistently time and time again. We will outperform other companies on SEO. And the reason people would discount us a lot of times is because we charge like our web design company, which is like, hey, we create a nice looking website for you. And it's like, here you go. But we do SEO as well, search engine optimization, to make sure you rank well. And I see consistently clients coming to us that are spending $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month for the services that we provide for $399, and they're locked into 2 and 3 year contracts, and they don't own their domain name. And so we've created a service that I believe in, that is, there's no upfront cost, there's no contract, you can cancel anytime, and you can own your domain. So we don't hold you hostage. Obviously, we own the design, but you hold the domain. So you need that for your business. So I try to create the product and service that I would want, and that is absolutely what I would want if I was a business owner in any industry. So lawncarewebdesign.com, massive thanks to everyone that has been part of that. It's one of the biggest profit ways that we create profit here. And all of this money, by the way, everything I'm talking about today, goes into creating better content. And so you've seen over the past months and years, my content has consistently got better. It has gotten more consistent. It has been better produced. And we've been able to give back to the community more. And that's all because of people that have purchased these courses, these programs. And I truly believe it's helpful for your business, but I just want you to know that all the money goes directly back into the content, creating more content, traveling around the country with the media team to be able to create better content. And so I just want to say thank you to everyone that has purchased these programs. All right, third thing, lawncaremedia.com. This is the third thing for lawn care landscapers specifically. Lawncaremedia.com is where you can get all of your print marketing done, and all the templates, whether it be door hangers, flyers, postcards, like everything you could possibly think. There's yard signs there, and you can get all of the designs, which includes Photoshop, PNG, and JPEG files. And so if you want to, you can literally go on to something like Vistaprint, drag in the file, and immediately just pop your phone number on there, and it's good to go. Everything's been formatted, the designs, the pictures, everything is vanilla enough for you to just pop your phone number on it. Or you can actually take the Photoshop file, if you're a little bit more savvy, throw your logo in it, change some colors, change a picture or two. You can absolutely do that. So just go check out lawncaremedia.com. Also on there and included in the main package is the what we call, when you go walking down the road and you're doing door hangers, like if you're walking down the road and you're the owner, you might as well put the price on the door hanger when you hang it up on the door. So for mulch installation, mowing lawns, and property cleanups, we have door hangers that are called instant quote door hangers, which means you write the price on the door hanger and you put it on the doorknob when you're knocking on doors. So check that out. You can buy it a la carte, like one design at a time, but it's like $50 for one design. It's $400, $399 for like 60 plus designs that are on there now. So I highly recommend just getting the $399 one because you'll use them at some point. And so if you're going to get more than a couple, I just buy the whole thing. It gives you all access to all of those templates in Photoshop as well, so you can edit them and modify them, change whatever you want. Another one is Lawn Care Bookkeeper. The fourth thing just for landscapers and lawn care professionals is lawncarebookkeeper.com. If you need any of your payroll done or your bookkeeping done, we can do that for you. So we get your QuickBooks account set up. We would get all of your reports for your taxes done for you. Quarterly reports are given to you in terms of a balance sheet and a profit and loss statement. So we can take care of all of that for you. And all the prices are just very, very straightforward, basic. And you can go right to lawncarebookkeeper.com and see exactly what you'd be charged for either or, and you can do both of payroll and bookkeeping. Bookkeeping being the QuickBooks categorization of all your expenses, etc. All right, the very last thing, which is the nearest and dearest to my heart and the thing I spend at least 95% of my time working on, and that is AugustaLawnCareServices.com. Someone told me the other day, like, hey, by the way, I've subscribed to you, and I knew you have an Augusta Lawn Care, but I didn't know you actually own the franchise, and I've been following you for like 2 months. I'm like, what in the world? Like, how is that even possible? So let me be very clear. I'm the founder of Augusta Lawn Care, the franchise, and now we have 85 locations around North America. And our goal is to do well over 1,000 locations and to really take what is a very segmented market, and as lawn care and landscaping, and become the leader in that industry. So our goal is to be able to produce millionaires as our franchisees. And when we take a franchisee on, I do not look at it as like, hey, we sold a franchisee, let's build a good lawn care business. We really do try to think about the 10-year plan. How do we start to actually train a franchisee to actually invest and grow outside of lawn care and to diversify into other asset classes, other businesses? And so I'm very, very bullish on Augusta Lawn Care. As time goes on, I become more and more involved, as well as more and more looking forward to what the future is going to hold for Augusta Lawn Care. And so if you would like to join, whether you're starting out or you are wanting to grow and expand your existing business, about 60% of the companies that come to Augusta already have an existing business. And some of them are already doing well over $1 million in revenue when they come into Augusta Lawn Care. So there's ones that transfer over, and then there's others that are brand new. So regardless of whether you're just starting out, you're thinking about starting a lawn care business, just go to AugustaLawnCareServices.com/franchise. There's a whole bunch of information on there, whole bunch of different videos, and there's two different options. One, you can do a growth model where you have a territory, you can grow much larger, or if you're just getting started, you have limited capital, you can get started as long as you're doing under $20,000 a month in revenue. You can get started with what we call a solo operator. So it's just getting started you yourself, and that gives you the opportunity to get some capital, grow, and eventually get a territory and actually expand your location and your revenues. So AugustaLawnCareServices.com/franchise, lots of information on there, and then you can book a call directly with Lee. He is the one that you're going to talk to about potentially joining. You can look at making sure that there's available territory in your area. And I'm really looking forward to what 2022 has for Augusta Lawn Care. But more importantly, my vision is very locked in on the 10 to 15 year plan for Augusta, what we're going to be doing with technology. And it's going to be very, very exciting. So I hope that was helpful today. You don't hear me talk about this a lot, but whenever you have anything you want to think about these things, all of these links are always in the description, but I understand people don't usually click on the description and see all the links. So, but all of my videos, everything I talked about today is in the description. It's in the links, like the books, the courses, the web design, Augusta Lawn Care. It's all in there. So feel free to go down there and click any of those and get more information. But all of it can also be found on MikeAndes.com. So thank you so much for supporting the channel, supporting myself, my businesses. It's not always easy because we are growing so quickly and we're trying to do so much. And I feel like there's a lot to do and a lot of businesses that we can help with the products and services that we create. And it's going to be very, very exciting rest of this year. And the next 10 years is going to be, I think, the seeds that we're planting now with Augusta Lawn Care and P4P software are going to turn into some really cool stuff. And I appreciate all of you being a part of it. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.